And he said, when I don't know what to do, I've always been taught to pray. I've never prayed before.
Yeah.
That's not something I've ever had. I've never entered into conversation with God. And they said, we've never seen that much liquid in a computer in our careers.
Yes.
And your computer passed every single test. And so my husband and I were like, okay, well, we should just thank God and go to church.
Right.
Once the priest delivered a homily, and I at least was just like awestruck. Like, this is incredible. This other woman was next to me, and I didn't have like a full view of her. She was sitting, and I saw like tears falling, and I saw that she was crying as well. I looked up at her, and she took my hand, and she said, there's solidarity in a broken heart. I knew that she was Mary, and I knew she was talking about her son.
Hi guys, I'm Isabella Bryant. I am a trauma-informed life coach here at Witness Love Family Counseling Services. I'm here with Sarah White, who honestly is someone I've looked up to for the past few years. You've been around in the community.
That's so nice.
Well, it's so true. She's always sitting in front of us at Mass with her cutie kids and just lives her faith so beautifully as a Catholic wife, a Catholic mother, and does many other very cool things. So we're going to get into that today. But if you have been watching the Witness Love podcast and just want to help us support our mission, hit that subscribe button and like this video. But besides that, welcome, Sarah. How are you doing today?
I'm doing so well. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, it's so cozy. You said she came in earlier and she was like, this is vacation.
It is. It's like a little
amazing.
vacation. And I don't have my littles around or anything.
Yeah.
My hands are free. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah, you can't hold a baby. Oh.
I know.
Oh, someday. That sounds so nice. But to get started, I just wanted to get a background on your life a little bit. So maybe just starting from the beginning, like, where did Sarah come from?
Yeah.
Family. Where did you grow up? Did you grow up here?
I did not.
Okay. I would
Isn't
love to
that
hear all
crazy?
about it. Yeah.
I feel like I've been in Arizona for long enough now where I have to say I probably have to start switching over and say I'm from Arizona. But I grew up in Southern California.
Oh, amazing.
And then I went to college at NAU up in Flagstaff.
Okay. Making sense.
And that was back in 2013.
Okay.
So I've been out here, and I never moved back home.
Okay.
So I've been out
A
here.
little over 10 years.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I feel like once you're over a decade,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like, I may be from here now.
Yeah, what do people say? I feel like usually they'll say, like, I've been here for a long time, but I was born here. It's like they'll say they were born somewhere, but
Yes.
they've been here for a long time. So you could kind of move into that.
Yes. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I was born in California, but home is Arizona. Like
Yeah.
it's always where it's been.
Mm.
I went up to NAU, loved it, love Flagstaff.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So much.
Yeah.
I met my husband a couple days before school started.
Oh.
I had a boyfriend at the time
Okay.
because I was super set on this boy that I was dating.
Yes.
And it was gonna survive college.
Of course. And long distance and all the things.
Yeah, long distance, the whole shebang. And so my roommate, we were at a meet and greet for students that were from out of state.
Okay.
And my roommate looked at him across the room and was like, he's so cute. We should go over and say hi. And I was like, I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
I have a boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So we went over and we said hi. And then we just ended up clicking a lot more than him and my roommate, which I would not recommend as a way to stay friends with your roommate.
Right. That's a little rough to begin with.
Yeah, not the best. Not the best move, because I think she had a crush on him, and he's wonderful, so I don't blame her. But I think, when we met, I was, like, very much, like, good to meet you. Like, I, like, wasn't...
interested.
Yeah, because I was in a dedicated relationship that was gonna...
At 18, that was going to last forever.
That was going to last forever. And, so it didn't. And we ended up dating at, like, the end of that first semester.
Okay.
And then do you want me to go into my conversion story, or, like, how much do you want me to dive into?
Yeah. Okay. First, before we go into your conversion story, how many siblings do you have? You grew up in Southern California.
Oh, yes. I grew up in Southern California, so I have a younger brother.
Okay.
And a younger sister.
Okay.
So it's the three of us.
Oh, fun.
And they're both still in California.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
And so this kind of transitions. You didn't grow up Catholic or really religious at all, is what you said earlier?
No,
okay.
Not really. I have memories of being really little and going to like VBS.
Right. Okay.
But we did not grow up going to church or anything like that.
Okay.
It just wasn't part of our life. Like I wouldn't say my parents were anti
religion or something,
but it just wasn't like an aspect of our life. So it was very, very different to come to school and begin that process.
Yes.
Because it becomes part of your life.
Right. And so how did you get wrapped into that at NAU?
So I you can keep as many details as you want here.
Okay.
My boyfriend at the time, like, I mean, we're not married, but boyfriend, we were studying, and we had like 2 really big cups of coffee because college and studying, without lids, so they could cool off.
Right.
So we could drink them.
Oh no.
And one fell, and it was like a full cup of coffee, fell all over my computer in the middle of like the main cafeteria. So we're scrambling and like picking up the mess and everything, and then I go to pick up my computer, and coffee literally fell out of the ports.
Yes.
It was a disaster.
Oh no.
And this is 2013. Like,
it's Apple
Apple computers, big deal.
Yeah.
And it was my dad had got me an Apple computer for college, so like freaking out
Yes.
that I have coffee coming out of the ports. And we took it to the Apple store that's on campus, and they were like laughing at me. They were like, "It smells like coffee," and I'm like bawling.
Oh,
like,
no.
Don't say that. Like, I'm not receptive to jokes at this time. And at the end of the week, it was a very long week, and I was like, I can't call my parents. Like, I can't tell them that this happened. They would kill me.
Yeah.
Like, I just destroyed this computer.
Yeah.
And I've only had it for a few weeks. And so, anyway, I was like really panicking, and I was asking my husband, like, what do we do? Like, how do we wait? How do I keep going? You know? And he said, when I don't know what to do, I've always been taught to pray. And I was like, well, I don't know how to pray. Like, I've never prayed before.
Yeah.
That's not something I've ever had. I've never entered into conversation with God.
Yeah.
And so I remember very clearly, it was so awkward, and I just, in my room, like, hi, it's me, Margaret. Like, you're like kind of like that kind of a vibe. And I just asked him to please save my computer.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to call my dad.
Yeah.
And please save my computer, and I'll do anything. And so then that Friday I got a call, and I came in, and the texts were like, we need to talk to you. Like, I was getting like a scolding almost.
From who?
From the computer text.
Oh my gosh.
They were not impressed with me. And they were like, what did you drop this in a bathtub? Did you drop this in a fountain? Like, what did you do to get so much liquid in this computer?
Yes.
And I was like, I didn't drop it in anything. I spilled coffee all over it.
Yeah.
And the guy, like, dropped his pen and went into the back to get the other tech and brought him out. And he was, like, questioning me and, like, had me tell the story again. And he was like, it was coffee?
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, yeah. And he goes, was there a creamer? And I was like, of course. Like, I don't drink my coffee black. And, like, of course, I'm, like, a college student. You know, like,
yes.
I have a lot of, like,
I'm just a girl.
I'm just a girl. Yeah, of course I have creamer in my coffee. And they were just absolutely astonished.
Yeah.
And they said, we've never seen that much liquid in a computer in our careers.
Yes.
And your computer passed every single test. And the little switch that Apple has in, like, all of your devices that indicate it's been, like, water damaged.
Right.
Did not trip.
Okay.
But coffee was coming out of your ports.
Yes.
But it didn't trip. And that computer works, like, to this day.
That's crazy.
It's really old.
Yes.
But it, like, works to this day. So we got the computer back, and it was working. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have to call my dad. And so my husband and I were like, okay, well, we should just thank God.
Yeah.
And go to church.
Right.
Once.
Yes.
Just to say thank you.
Yeah.
And we were looking around in college student, no car. There's a Newman Center that's pretty much on campus.
Yeah.
And so we were like, well, we can walk and we can go into it. And we went into it and we stood in the back and like sat in the way back and didn't know when to stand, didn't know when to sit, didn't know how to do anything.
Yeah.
The priest delivered a homily, and I think my husband too, but I at least was just like awestruck. Like, this is incredible.
Yeah.
And we were walking back and I was like, I feel so peaceful. Like, that was wild.
Yeah.
And so cool. And I think he had more awareness than I did, just like growing up more Christian and like going to church. And he was like, well, I mean, we could go again. Like, it was a really big favor that he granted us. By saving your computer, so maybe we could go again. And I was like, yeah, I wouldn't mind going next weekend. And so then we went next weekend, and on our way out, it was Father Matt Lowry.
Yes.
Who was there. He like literally jumped in front of us and was like, hi, I'm Father Matt.
Yeah.
And introduced himself. And then they have free food every Thursday.
And why would you not?
With mass. Yeah, and that's music to my ears. So we started going there, and then we got sucked in.
I love that.
Yeah, we like completely entranced. And then I started going to RCIA because I was really worried about what my parents would say, going to mass and stuff. And I wanted to be able to answer any questions that they had.
Yeah.
And so I went to RCA and like sat in the front row, asked all these questions.
Yeah.
Like, point me to how you answer this question, all this stuff. And it was really interesting to just go through it and know that the priest had an answer for everything. And that if he didn't, he had a catechism.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even understand the idea of a catechism.
Right.
But he introduced me to the catechism of the Catholic Church and how there's a hierarchy and there's, the succession of Peter and like
so many answers to so many questions.
So many answers to so many things. And that was so nice because I remember growing up and having like an existential crisis on what happens. What happens when I die? Like what I don't even know how to comprehend that.
Yeah.
And the church has an answer for that. And that was so comforting to me. And not only because they had an answer, but because I thought it made sense too.
Yeah. It wasn't like so confusing. I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
I can get behind this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like really dove deep into that, and then it kind of just snowballed from there. So we went to RCA, we became Catholic when we were 20.
Amazing.
And then the next year we were married within the Catholic Church. So Father Matt confirmed us, and then he officiated our wedding.
Yes.
The next year.
Is he still there at NAU?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, that's him.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. I love what they're doing there with their social media. It's hilarious. They're killing it.
He's like one of the famous, like, I feel like he's one of the social media famous priests now.
Yeah.
He's like in that group of people.
He really is. He really is. And it's nice. I feel like with him, it's purely to like expose NAU to the Newman Center there and like get people there, which I just love that kind of like mission behind that. But they do a really good job, and I just think it's so beautiful to hear a story. I've just never heard a story like that, honestly. In like the heart of college, what that looks like for someone to convert at NAU, which is a secular school.
Yeah.
Very hippie, crunchy granola.
It's super crunchy.
Vibes.
Yeah. Flagstaff is super crunchy.
It is. Yeah. And it's just not super like, it's not a place where you're like, wow, there's a ton of faithful people here. It's just not that like environment.
Yes.
So just to hear that even back in 2013, that's when you went,
that
was, there was, things were still moving and shaking there, and they're moving and shaking now. And it's really beautiful. Just funny. I love the aspect of like, well, God did us a favor, so like we'll go to mass. It's just so cute and young to be like, okay, I really did pray and I was given something, and so okay, like in this back and forth, like I have to give him something back, and it turns out he's giving you just so much more at the end of the day.
Yes, like what a joke that I thought I could offer him like a mass.
Yes,
and be done.
Right.
Like it was just...
He kind of like performed a miracle, low-key. But the cool thing about it is it was for you for the rest of your life that he did that. And he knew he was like getting you there.
Yeah.
You know?
He pulled...
In this random
pulled me
little
in.
thing. My computer. I spilled coffee on.
Yes. Yeah. Well, people are attracted to the faith, like you could fall into 3 categories of beauty, knowledge. What's the third one?
I've not heard this before.
Oh, you haven't heard this before?
No, beauty knowledge.
It's like beauty, knowledge, and truth.
Oh, okay.
And like, which 3 would you say pulled you into the faith the most?
Mm.
Because obviously you could advocate for all 3, but like, is there a winner between the 3?
Yeah.
And I would say it was like the truth of it,
Right,
that pulled me into it.
Wow.
Beauty's definitely kept me around, but it was the truth that maybe truth, goodness, and beauty.
Well, yeah, there's truth, goodness, and beauty, but those are like I'm just thinking of the great heart schools I went to, like Tempe Prep, and it was like our motto was truth, beauty, and goodness, which is like a Latin kind of thing.
Yes,
yeah. But yes, I think those are.
There's like 3 categories.
Yes.
That you can reflect on, of like, well, what pulled me in?
Yes.
And for me,
yeah, because truth and knowledge would be similar. So truth, beauty, and goodness makes sense to me. Actually,
it might be truth. So truth, beauty, and goodness. Are 3 different ways that you can be pulled into the faith.
Okay.
Not that one. I mean, I think most people would say all 3.
Right.
But
I was thinking
if you had
to
if you had to list them in order, I would say like if truth, beauty, and goodness, I would say truth hit me. Like, I was just so thirsty.
Right.
For answers.
Because you didn't have it. You didn't have it. So that's how he is attracting you. I would say for me it's been goodness. Really just experiencing his goodness has been such a thing in my life where I'm like, oh my gosh, he's just so good and he just loves me, and I'm seeing good things in my life, like good marriages, good families, good friends. Have always kind of pulled me back in when I'm straying. So that's really amazing. So
I like that.
Yeah. Ugh, I just like love our faith, and I love being Catholic. It's been hitting me more and more, like literally every week. I'm like, gosh, I just love being Catholic. Like,
I love it.
It's so cool.
I love it. Yeah. Just being under the protection of the Pope,
right,
and the Catholic Church, and just
the history, the
Jesus
tradition.
Christ. Like, it's so nice to have these things, and
and it's when I say it's so cool. And no, this is not like a bash on Protestants in any way. The sacraments are so cool. Priests are really cool. Like, I can't even, I don't even know if I can put it into words when you're in Mass and you're just like, oh my gosh, the Eucharist is like here, it's happening, right? We're going through this. There's a sacrifice, and the priests are just, they look so cool. It's just epic. It's like an epic thing. Yeah. And it can happen. It happens every day that it's epic. Or I get to go to confession, and I just don't. Yeah. So sometimes I'm like, when people say like it's so cool to be Catholic, I'm like, we're not even just talking like it's cool to have faith. Faith is the sacraments and all of the history and all of the tradition that we have. Yeah. Is just
the active participation.
Really epic. Yeah.
Yeah. The meeting where you are, I think, is incredible, because I think confession is like, I hear a lot that people are saying, it's so scary and intimidating. Yeah. But I really do feel like, at least for our generation, I don't feel like we feel that way anymore. Yeah. Like, I feel like we're kind of running to confession. Gosh. Yeah. At least in my circle of people.
Yeah, and there's no one I know currently who I would say, like, it's scary. I remember being a kid and it was scary, of course. Yeah. Just because you're more unsure and you... Yeah, I mean, you didn't experience that, so it's like a different thing. But yeah, just being.
I know. I missed growing up.
That section. Yes. So it's just a different experience. But yeah, being like a kid and being like so afraid, I don't know, of being judged or like being so ashamed of your sins is more when you still haven't yet like had that full understanding of God's love for you and His mercy, and you're like, the priests are these guys who seem so outside of your orbit. Yeah. And like bigger and better and holier, that it was kind of scary. But it just, as I've grown, it's just absolutely like,
yeah, I feel like it's super encouraging too, especially like at our parish. The line is,
oh my gosh,
long every Sunday. Yeah. And it like even shows my kids, like, there's a lot of people participating in this. Yes. That it must be good. If the line's long, it must be something I want to be a part of, you know, like which is true. Yeah. But it's just cool that they're like, well, are we going to go stand in line? Are we going to go, do that? Because there's a lot of other people in line. Like, I don't want to be left out. Totally. And like, that's just a cool testimony. Yes. Yeah. That
they've been seeing it their whole lives and they know it's normal. The tiniest kid was behind me in confession last week. Was that last week? I could have sworn, I was like, how is he old enough? And he was like so close to me and he was so cute. And he must have, been at least 8 or 9.
Yeah.
But man, it was just so cute to me because I was like, oh my gosh, he looks like he's 6. He's just so cute.
Yeah.
But just, he was like, totally just walked in with his family, got Ryan into line for confession. By himself. I was a little blown away. I think his dad was like sitting in the back, like making sure he was okay.
He was good.
But it was really cute.
That's so special.
Yeah, it's so special. It's so special.
That's so cute.
Yeah. So you converted at 19, 20? At 20?
Yeah, at 20. It was confirmed.
Got married at 21.
Married at 21.
Okay.
So little.
I would love to hear, that is so little.
Yeah.
Younger than my mom. My mom was 22 when she got married. I would love to hear what... Was there... So you're at NAU this whole time. You got married on campus or at that Newman Center? Or you went home?
We didn't. We got married. There's a little pink church in downtown Flagstaff. Do you know?
I maybe know what you're talking about. I haven't been to Flagstaff a ton in my life.
Okay. So it's pretty much closed.
Okay.
Except for weddings.
Cute. Okay.
And I think funerals that are there. It's not open to like consistent masses and stuff like that. But we got married in that church.
Okay.
Yeah, it's attached to the rectory where all the priests that are in Flagstaff live.
Cool. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, fun. I'm curious, were you surrounded by Catholic married people at that time? Like, what were you going into thinking? Like, what were you thinking about versus like, okay, I started dating this guy, basically secular, and now I'm getting married to him with all of this newfound knowledge and understanding, even of what marriage itself is, what relationship is.
Yeah.
What was going through your head? Were you nervous? Were you afraid? Or were you just like so in love with your husband and you're just so excited and then you figured things out as you went?
Yeah, well, there's definitely figuring things out as we went, because you're 21.
Right.
And there's an aspect to that. But also, I think it was, we weren't surrounded by a lot of married people.
Yeah.
None of our friends were married.
Makes sense.
we were all so young. My husband turned 21 a few weeks before we got married. So it was, it was very special to drink champagne together.
Yes.
But yeah, so we didn't have a lot of married people. Everyone was really supportive of us getting married, but we didn't. Yeah, we got married early.
Right.
Like a lot of people weren't getting married at the time. But I remember like different people telling us like, just move in together if you guys want to be together. Just move in together. And I was like, oh, I definitely want to do that. But I also, this is different. I want to be with him.
Yeah.
Like I want to be with him.
Yeah.
And I think going through the mass as a new Catholic, the wedding mass was really special. Right. But we do laugh about it because I was like, if we got married today, it would be so long of a ceremony because I would have so many things I would have added in.
Yeah.
Like I talk about all the time, like one thing you just don't know what you don't know, but also 21 baby Catholic.
Yes.
Baby person getting married. I was very aware that, when at our wedding ceremony, there are probably less than 20 people that received communion. Like, people were not there as Catholics, people were there as, like, just people that loved us in our life.
Yes. And
so, I tried to, like, fight being so self-conscious about how Catholic the ceremony was and not offending people.
Right.
And I think I did a good job at balancing that out. Like, I don't have any regrets about that or anything. But I think if we got married today, I'm like, honey, your shoes are coming off and I'm washing your feet.
Yeah.
And we're, like, taking that time to, like, do the foot washing that would just completely stall the ceremony.
Oh, yeah.
But I would do that. I would want to do that. And, like, I've seen couples that, like, have really big rosaries.
Yes,
that
and
are,
they
like,
do around them. Yeah, Marie did that, I'm pretty sure.
Throw a big rosary around
Yes.
us. And we did take flowers to Mary.
Okay.
But it's just kind of funny, like, we're so much deeper into our faith now that I'm like, part of me wants to, like, renew our vows so I can just have, like, a really long ceremony with you and, like, do all these things ceremoniously. But, so it was really special to get married and as a Catholic because we were just in awe of everything. Like, I was in awe of becoming one flesh. That was so cool to me.
Yeah.
Like, this is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh.
Yeah.
and we're different now.
Yeah.
Like, we will wake up tomorrow different and changed. And it's not just my last name, and it's not just that we live together.
It's not just like this fun thing where it's like we just love each other, yay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, there's a commitment
Right.
there. And I just remember, like, when people were telling us, you know, just move in. Oh my gosh, like, you're 21. You don't have to get married.
Yeah.
Like, just move in together. And I was like, I definitely want to do that. I also, like, I want to be with him, though.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be his wife.
Was that really easy for you to transition into thinking that way? Like, moving outside of, well, maybe I'll ask this question. Before you became Catholic, did you think you would meet a boy, move in with him before you get married? Like, how did you think about relationships before you became Catholic?
So, not entirely fair to the boy that I dated throughout high school.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
I would tell my parents all the time, I'm like, I'm never getting married. I am never having kids.
Wow.
You have 2 other kids. That is where your grandbabies will come from. And, like, I was very open and insistent that, like, I'm never getting married, which didn't make sense because I was dating someone all throughout high school. But, so those 2 things did not line up. But I did not have any desire to get married. I didn't have any desire to have kids.
Wow.
Isn't that so crazy? It was a complete turnaround. Like, I met him and he changed everything.
That's so beautiful that he changed everything. It's just like love can do so much, and relationships really do heal and do move you. And that's really just how God works.
Yeah.
Give me a little bit more. Why? It's just crazy. I've heard women say things like this. I've heard, and I mean, I grew up with 8 siblings, and I grew up Catholic. Yeah. So there was never like those words were just never spoken around me. Like, that understanding of that was, I mean, it was like, this family has 5 kids, this family has 11 kids, this family has 6 kids, this family has 7 kids. And, like, motherhood was just everywhere. Yeah. I was babysitting kids at 13 years old. So in my brain, when I hear people say, like, women say, I never didn't want to have kids, I didn't want to get married, it always surprises me because I'm like, where does that come from? Like, where could that possibly come from? Because it seems like the antithesis of who we are.
Yes.
So can you explain that a little bit to me?
Yeah, I think, well, I don't necessarily, I can come at it from a different angle. I don't know where it came from, but I know that I was in that conversion of desire healed.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure where that came from, because I honestly don't ever, like, I didn't really grow up wanting kids. A bunch of babies. Like, I didn't picture that.
Yeah.
And so it just wasn't ever on my radar. And if anything, I was, like, very assertive on that of, like, I'm not getting married. Like, it's just not going to be part of my story. Like, I'm going to be this, like, successful businesswoman with my red bottom shoes, and that's going to be my life because it looks super fulfilling, and that's what I want to do.
That makes sense.
So I'm not sure.
It wasn't necessarily like anti-kids, anti-marriage. It was more, I have this other goal, and these things don't seem to be a part of that. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. It just wasn't. I don't need it.
Right.
It just wasn't going to be part of me. Like, I just don't need it. And so I don't know if it was, like, from anything particular. It probably was, but I couldn't name it for you.
Yes.
I just know that meeting my husband and having that complete change of heart was a healing of sorts. A great internal healing.
Okay.
Because I feel like it is just full of peace. Right. Like, there was a lot of, like, internal turmoil of, like, I am not going to be a wife. I am not going to be a mom. Because that does not, like, there was a lot of anger there. And, like, don't expect that of me. Yeah. Like, change your expectations. That's not what I'm going to do. Whereas when you talk about being, like, I met him and was like, oh my gosh, I want to marry him. That was, like, that came from peace. That came from, just, like, an inner peace and like, a calm, a sense of calm. Right. Like, he changed so much. He changed, like, my parents were shocked. Like, when I was, like, I think we're going to get married. And he was, I mean, they were like, what?
How
like,
long into dating were you when you guys had said that?
Oh, not long.
Yep.
Like I knew, I knew, and that's so annoying to say. So I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
But I knew.
Right. And okay, I appreciate you saying that's really annoying to say. Something I did want to say here, and I think this, especially for women, I think, you know, you're kind of a influencer of sorts on social media. You know, you're putting stuff out there. And the comparison game can be so strong.
Yeah.
And we're talking about being a Catholic wife, and we're talking about being a Catholic mother, and we're talking about your life. Yeah. And it is particularly yours. Yeah. And there is no need to compare anything.
No, yes. Please don't.
Because I think especially for moms, and that's a big thing, I think, in this space of just feeling like maybe I'm not doing enough, or for relationships, like, oh, well, it was this for them, and so it should be this thing for me. She knew. Why don't I know? Like, yeah. It's so hard. We can all take a step back. Like, we all have our unique stories and our unique
absolutely
life. And I love that that's part of your story, because I think sometimes that's particularly what we need. You don't want to get married. You don't want kids. Yeah. And then God enters someone into your life who brings you that peace, to where so much so that those root beliefs, like you had beliefs. Yeah. Were kind of just dissipated, and you're like, I want to marry this guy. That's kind of what you needed. Yeah. So like God gives us what we need, and not everybody needs the same things. So
no, yeah. It was a huge conversion of everything. I think what was most difficult is, like, I remember a distinct point where I was like, if we do this, like, everything has to change. And that's so scary. Right. Like, when you decide to become Catholic, everything has to change. Yeah. Like, it has to, it's everything. Yeah. Or nothing, you know? Yeah. You can't really go into Catholicism half-hearted. Yeah. I mean, you could, but I don't.
People do.
It wouldn't go well. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it was really nice. Yeah. It was a really nice conversion, in the sense that, I felt a lot more at peace with myself and who I was. Yeah. It was a really hard conversion too, because you don't realize how many idols you have. You don't realize where you put your importance, mm-hmm. and how you define yourself, mm-hmm. until you're asked to lay those out, right. and redefine. Yeah. And that's what the Lord asks us to do, right? Yeah. As daughters, mm-hmm. of Him, is like, we have to redefine some things. Right. Like, you've grown up in this world for a really long time, and this is what you know, mm-hmm. but there's, like, we need to rip off the scales.
Mm-hmm. There's so much more. And they're so much better.
Yeah, so much better. But yeah, it wasn't like, yeah, it was wonderful. But the conversion wasn't without
difficulties. Yeah. Right. And how could such a life-changing thing be? And also, there's no call to easy, no change or growth that's, I think, supposed to be easy. And then particularly, you're going to say, I'm going to become a Catholic, yeah. where we talk about sacrifice and suffering, and it's like, that's every day, baby. Like, that's not yeah. that's not a, like, we're here to avoid that. We're trying to kind of suffer and lay down our lives all the time for other people, and yeah. That's what marriage is, particularly too, even. Yeah. And not the whole thing, but it's a big aspect of marriage. And so yeah, I just think that's really, it's going to be hard, but beautiful. And it's so worth it, especially yeah. when you're suffering and your sacrifice has so much meaning to it, and your life now has so much more purpose and meaning. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not suffering for suffering's sake. No. Like, it's like laying down your life, I think, is something, I mean, it's something we're all called to do, mm-hmm. right? And it's mm-hmm. been mirrored for us. Mm-hmm. But it's really hard. Like, death yeah. to self is really painful,
particularly when you're used to not, when your plan was to live a whole life for yeah. yourself. Yeah. How wild.
It was. I shocked a lot of people.
I love that.
Yeah, it shocked a lot of people.
We love the shock and awe. I wanted to ask you about your husband really quick. You're talking about just the peace you felt with him. Yeah. I'm just curious. What do you think it was about him? Do you think you guys were just kind of like, okay, this is my person and it makes sense? Or were there particular things about him and that he did and the way he treated you that really solidified like that comfort and that peace for you?
Yeah, I think he's a very calm person. And I would love to say that I'm also calm, but I don't think I'm that calm. And that was really nice to like encounter someone who's just calm and knows what he wants. And I was so affected by that, and that was really nice. But there were ways that he treated me as well that were just different, and those were really important too. Like I remember we were like pretty far into dating, and we were going shopping for new clothes and for me, and I was getting like really upset at myself and like really critical of like how I looked and everything like that, and he was so against that, in a very loving way. He was, I won't forget it. Like I was, trying on different clothes and they come out and I'm like, ugh, this makes me look like this and this, I look like this, and spiraling as one does in the changing room. Because the lights are horrible.
They're so
and
bad.
The mirrors are like clown mirrors. It's just cannot be accurate.
It's a universal female
experience. Yeah.
It really is.
Like everyone can relate. And he was like, you can not like something on you because you don't like it, but you cannot talk about yourself like that. Like that's not okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, no, like this, this doesn't look good. And he's like, that's fine. If you don't like it, that's okay. But you can't talk about yourself that way.
Yeah.
Because it's not true.
Yeah.
And I remember just someone standing up for me in that way that I'd never encountered that before. Yeah. And he was like, we can come back a different day, but like you truly, honestly, you can't talk about yourself like that.
Yeah.
And we hadn't even been married, and he was already implementing that.
Yeah.
And it's something that's carried over because it was really hard, and he did kind of stand on that. Like whenever we went shopping for anything, it was like there's no negative self-talk. Like that's just, it's not true. And I don't want you to say those things about yourself. Yeah. And it was genuine and loving. Like it wasn't
harsh or mean.
Yeah. No, it didn't upset me or anything. It was just like, oh, I'm like so deep into self-hate talk. Like I actually do it a lot now that you call it out. And you're like, you're calling out something that I didn't know I was doing so often. But it's carried through now because now I'm a mom.
Oof.
I can't talk about myself like that. Yep. Because what if my daughter heard and she looks up to me? Or what if she heard and then she goes and says, like I can't find a single thing wrong with her.
Right. And
I don't want her to ever find a single thing wrong with herself. And that starts with me as a model. But he didn't say that to set me up for motherhood. Like he said that like heart to heart.
Right. Because it's true, and he believed it, and he loved you and believed in you. Yeah. 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 Wow. Like your defender. Like he's defending you against yourself. Yeah. 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 Which is, we like women, we particularly need that. And God, does that. He speaks truth into our lives. Yes. But to have a person come in and, be kind of God to us in that moment, speaking that truth into our lives is so helpful.
Yeah, like a caring, like a
deep caring.
A deep care. A deep care of your heart. Of like, there's nuance there, like, but also, like, you just can't talk about yourself that way. Right. And I never heard that before. Like, not really, Yeah. And not with so much love either. Like, it was just, this is crazy. So the other day, I was, I fulfill the Catholic mom stereotype of making my own bread.
Yes.
With my sourdough starter.
Expect nothing less.
And I was dumping the starter in the trash can the other night, and I noticed that the like bag had fallen, and so that means like all the starters like on the inside of the trash can, and I was like, this is disgusting.
Yes.
And I called him over and I'm like, can you help me? Like, I just need help.
Yeah.
And I've made a mess and I just need help. And he came over and was like, grabbed the bag right where all of the starter was on the outside, and I was like, no, and was like pulling his hands away, and like had paper towel, and I was trying to wipe his hands, and he was like, what are you doing? Like, I'm fine. And like pulled out the bag, and his hands are a mess, like it's all over him. And I was like, what do you do? Like, hold the bag in a different place, like or let me like clean your hands. I don't want you to get dirty. And it like it stopped me in my tracks. He was like, I knew I was gonna get dirty when you called me over to help you.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me like it bothers you.
Yes.
Like, I'm okay with that. Like, you don't have to try and clean my hands.
Yeah.
I knew you asked for my help because you needed my help.
Yeah.
And I knew it was going to be messy because you asked for my help. So I'm fine with the mess. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
And I just stood there and I was like, what? Like, that's such a metaphor for the Lord.
Yeah.
That's all I heard.
Wow.
From that is like, you asked me to come and help you. Why are you upset about? Like, I knew about the mess. I don't have an issue with it.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect me like it affects you. He literally said that.
Yeah.
And
that's crazy.
I was like, that's insane.
Yeah.
That he said that. And I was like, do you know who you sound like right now?
Yeah.
And like trying to talk to him, and he was like, it's just some starter. And I was like, no,
it's more than that.
It's so much deeper. But like, that's just, I don't know, that's just how it hit me. And so just stuff like that where he like has come, and that was really healing. I don't think he knows it, but I like, and over some silly starter. And
right. Like, it's those little things though.
But it's the little things where he like, that's wild to me that he said that, and like that it totally translates. And
it's so appropriate for marriage that your husband is supposed to lay down his life for you.
Yeah. And
like Christ. And so it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get messy, babe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get messy.
You called me over for the mess.
Yeah. And I married you okay with the mess, knowing I was gonna get into the mess. Yeah. And I'm okay with the mess. Like, can you be okay with me and like let go and surrender this? Yeah. Because I'm gonna take care of it.
Yeah. Like, you're doubling down. You reached out for help, and now you're doubling down to try and keep me out of the mess too.
Right.
You called me into it.
Right.
And when I want to help you.
And we don't need to, why can't we can be in the mess. The mess is, we think the mess isn't okay. The mess is okay. Yeah. The mess is okay. Like, we can sit in the mess for a second and try to figure it out.
Yeah, like, he didn't like, there's no reprimand of like, why did you not notice that the bag had fallen?
Right.
Or like, why, you know what I mean? Like,
which could totally happen.
There's no trouble.
Could totally be there. People can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and speak those things into what you're already having a hard time with. Yeah. Which is never helpful. Okay, that's amazing.
Anyway, random example.
Yeah, I love that example.
And it happened the other night. And,
yeah. And you guys have been married for how long now?
9 years. 9 years. As of this past June.
Okay, 9 years. Fourth kiddo on the way?
Fourth kiddo on the way.
Okay, fourth girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Third girl. We have one boy.
Sorry, one boy. Yes, I knew that.
I can't forget my boy.
I know.
Now that there's two girls.
So stinking cute. They're so stinking cute.
Yeah.
They're so fun to watch at Mass.
Thank you.
They really are so fun, and they're doing their things, and they're into it half the time they're doing something else, and that's the way it goes.
Yeah. They're on the floor. Yeah.
Right, but they just seem really peaceful at Mass. You know?
Yes.
For the most part.
Yeah.
That I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, they're comfortable there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm at Mass, and this is okay. Like, I'm used to going to Mass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a norm. I think like, it's in our schedule.
Right.
And it's in our routine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, I would love to talk about your transition. I feel like we just got into marriage there a little bit.
Yeah.
And I want to kind of transition into motherhood. I know there's been a fertility journey in that space.
Definitely.
But yeah, like, when you got married, like, was it kind of like want to have kids right away? What did that look like for you?
I don't think we were never like adamantly against children, but you know, you do learn about NFP and
Right.
like he was still in school.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a year left of undergrad, and then he did an additional year of an accelerated nursing program.
Right. Okay.
Up in Flagstaff. So we were up there for 2 more years of school.
Okay.
And we're so good with our budget now because of it, but we were so poor and just didn't have a lot. Which was, it was fine. Like we got through it, and it was good for us both. But I didn't necessarily want to, we didn't like have an intention of like coming home from the honeymoon pregnant or anything like that, because I do know friends that are like, I'm lining up my wedding date, and I'm coming home from the honeymoon pregnant.
Okay.
Like that's like a desire that they have like really strongly on their hearts.
Love that for them.
Yeah, that was not something, I mean, we were open because we were open, but it wasn't ever something that we were like gunning for.
Right.
And so a few years into marriage, we got pregnant, and we ended up losing that baby.
Yeah.
That was a really hard day. That was a really hard day.
Yeah.
And then that same year, we actually lost 2 more pregnancies.
Okay.
So we had 3 lost pregnancies in 1 year,
Yeah.
which is enough to, I think, knock the wind out of anybody.
Yeah, Sarah.
So we were just had the wind knocked out of us.
Right.
And I think, it was really hard to navigate grief, and it was really different because we were, at that time, all of our friends were getting married. Like, finally, we were surrounded by people that, I think 1 year we went to, like, 11 weddings.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
Wow.
But everyone's getting married.
Yeah.
And we're just kind of here, like, we feel like we're in this loop.
Cycle, yeah.
And we don't really know how to break out of it.
Right.
And so that came with a lot of its own challenges.
Yeah.
I also think it was like a really deep calling to us of just like to deepen your marriage and to live out your vows, of just like, what does it look like to live out like just being heartbroken and supporting each other into that. And I think when you go through something difficult, you can, as a couple, you can fall away like this,
totally,
or you can totally fall into each other.
But
either way, you're going to fall. Like, the goal is not to fall.
To pretend, or like to, pretend to be okay.
Yes. Yeah. That is not the goal. The goal is, and I feel like it feels like that's the goal. Like, the goal is like, to be strong and,
move on.
Keep going.
Yeah.
The goal is like to fall into each other, and I think that's what we did, and that was really nice.
Yeah.
But it was really hard. It was
Yeah.
like a long time of, many tears and
Right.
so much testing. I went through so much testing, and nothing came back.
Right.
And about anything, and so you don't have any answers, and it was really, really hard. And then we went to Ireland on for a trip. We were just like, we need a change of pace. We need new.
Yeah.
And we booked some tickets to Ireland. And we were there for a couple weeks, and we did like kind of a grief practice of sorts, where we had a ton of fun. Don't get me wrong. I have very fond memories of like so much fun around Ireland. And we took like a road trip to like 4 or 5 different cities. It was super fun.
Yeah.
And we, the entire time though, almost every church is Catholic in Ireland.
Yeah. So
anytime we went by a church, we would go in and we would pray.
Yeah.
And we would pray to leave our grief at the foot of the cross. And like, please, Lord, don't let me pick it back up. Yeah. Like, let me leave it here. And then we would go over to, the little Marian corner, because every Catholic church has a little corner dedicated to Mary.
Yeah.
And we would just ask her to intercede for us, of just like, please just let us set it down, and I don't want to pick it back up. Like, I want to leave it here. Like, and when we fly home, I want it to be here. And we did that. And I had this really powerful dream the last night we were there. which I would, yeah, I would go back in a heartbeat. I love Ireland so much. But so I had this really powerful dream last night. We were there, and I was sitting in this chair and I was crying, and I looked over and this other woman was next to me, and I didn't have like a full view of her. I just kind of had like her legs in her lap, and she was sitting, and I saw like tears falling, and I saw that she was crying as well. And I knew in my heart that she was crying for the same reason I was, which was just like sorrow and a lost piece of your heart.
Yeah.
And it was so like quiet and slow and vivid. I never really had a dream like that before, and I looked up at her, and she took my hand and she said, there's solidarity in a broken heart. And it was so moving to me. Because I knew that she was Mary, and I knew she was talking about her son. And it had never occurred to me before that Mary also knows what it's like to lose a child.
Right, yeah.
And that's, I mean, a little bit different because she got him back. But
yeah,
I'll get mine back too.
Right.
And that was just really, it was, I wasn't praying for that. Like, there was never an intention of like, I need an encounter with Mary to rock me or anything like that. Right. It was just like, it just happened. And I remember I woke up and I told my husband about it like in the middle of the night, and went back to sleep because I just didn't want to forget it. And that changed my heart a lot. Like, that softened me toward her, there's solidarity in a broken heart. And then that carried over into like why I'm even open about our fertility journey on social media, because it's true. There is solidarity in a broken heart. And it's not to say we have to sit and wallow together or like have a pity party, but that even like going through difficulty in dating or going through difficulty in marriage or, you know, difficulty in motherhood, like something I started was a Midnight Mamas group, which I was expecting like maybe 15 or 20 people to be a part of, and there's like over 500.
Amazing.
5 something, I don't know the number, it changes all the time. And that is like, I started that because I was like, is anyone else awake? Like, because I am. And I have my little nightlight, and like no one else is awake in my house, like, but is someone else awake out there? And you would be shocked that there's so many moms awake with you, because there's not in a broken heart, but in a sleepless night, there's a bunch of solidarity in that. And so it's like it's been such a fruit that's unfolded in my life. Like, that dream was so wild to me, and I believe it was the fruit of our intentional prayer and everything. And I mean, we came home from Ireland, like, it's not like we had my oldest right away. Like, it didn't cure anything, but it did. It's not even what
you were really praying for too, even, which I think is actually kind of really beautiful there. Kind of like, your will be done, but like, let me lay my grief down.
I just don't want to pick it back up. Because I've tried to lay it down, and then I end up walking away with it, and I just don't want to keep doing that. Like, I just want to lay it down. So then we did that, and it was really nice to come home and feel like we left our grief in Ireland, and it's overseas, you know, it's with the Lord overseas, I can't go pick it up. I'm not there. It's
in a box over there. It's too far away. And there's a lot in like the healing space of that kind of imagery of like when we are really trying to move on from something, and moving on doesn't mean it's not sad anymore, or it didn't happen, or I'm forgetting something, but it really does look like I am putting it away right now because it's not serving me to stay in this. And that sounds kind of like where you were at. And then I do actually know there's someone who can take it, who's felt it. And that's the solidarity you're talking about. I feel like in the healing space and in the world so much, healing is just knowing you're not alone. at the end of the day, and that
Yeah.
other people are suffering with you. And even more so, this idea, I think, with Mary particularly, to know that there is this beautiful, amazing being who has this deep yes to the Lord, which we're trying to get to. And she's like, hey, like, I'm willing to come down to you, Sarah, and chat with you and be in solidarity with you, because I lost my son too, in a horrific way. And it was so heartbreaking. And I know deep sorrow. I know deep loss. And I just want to be here with you in it, so that you can let go. Like, she was doing that so you can let go. And there's just something so powerful in that, because she has more power than we have. She has way more power than if I sat here with you and was in solidarity with you about it. Realistically, like, she can do it. That would be powerful and moving and beautiful. But you really can, like, you feel her presence and her ability to move and be able to surrender things to her. So she, can just help us out and bring things to Christ. But that's just so beautiful. And what did that look like for you coming home? And then what was the transition into, like, when did you get pregnant with your oldest, and how has it been since then?
So that was in 2018.
Okay.
My daughter was born in February of 2020.
Okay.
So there was still there was, like, you know, space in between that trip and everything. Like I said, like, it wasn't like we didn't come home and we were like, oh, pregnant,
right,
or anything like that. Like, there was still a lot of grief to work through, and health testing too and stuff like that. So, and that stuff just takes time. But then we found out I was pregnant with my daughter, and that was really heavy. Honestly. I feel like, at least for me, you feel like the answer should be just, like, overwhelming joy. And it was just really heavy, of just like, I'm just worried this entire time, because the history's repeated itself, not once, not twice, but 3 times. And I, like, just don't want it to happen again. And so we were so happy when she was born, because I was like, oh, I can look at you and I can touch you and I can see you, and that's, like, what I wanted. It was a very spiritually quiet time in my life. I do feel like I pitched a little bit of a fit. I feel like it's okay. Like, as a daughter of God, I acted like a daughter, and sometimes you pitch a fit. And I told him, I was like, I don't want to talk to you. Deliver my daughter to me alive and in my arms. Let me know her and get to raise her, and then we can talk. Which is a fit. It was like a little, like, a child fit. But that's what happened. And so then I remember her being born, and I was like, ugh, I said we would talk. So there was a lot of, like, intro and repairing. I do think I had kind of a unique experience as an introduction into motherhood, because of the pandemic. The world shut down, like, 3 weeks after she was born. And my husband works in healthcare.
Oh my gosh.
That was really, really hard, because he was working really long shifts, and there was a lot of unknowns at the beginning of the pandemic, and there's no family coming out to us, like, to help or be with me or anything.
Wow.
And so that had its own challenges, but I think we were just so happy to have a baby, and it was so nice just to have a baby, like, in our arms finally, you know.
A different kind of appreciation that you can have, and maybe go through something like that, because go through the hardness of the pandemic, just because you know how much it means, you know. So there was I just feel like it, like, shapes you a little bit when you're in situations like that. I also feel like she's such a joy to her, that we're like, she knows she's a rainbow baby, which is, like, remarkable to me. Like, she knows it, like, without us even telling her.
she acts different. Like there's just like a different way about her.
Yeah.
And so I love that so much. And then we had my son in September of 2021.
Okay.
So super close.
Yeah, love that.
Very happy. I thought, we were like, oh my gosh, we're in the clear. Like, we have 2 kids. Fertility wise, like, we figured it out. Like, we, which is so hard to like blindly try and figure something out when all the testing comes back normal.
Yeah.
But
oh, that's so crazy.
yeah, it was just like, it was really, I really appreciate the efforts of my doctor and everything, because we got, 2 beautiful babies. But then in between my son and my daughter, we got pregnant, and then I lost that pregnancy. And that was so hard for my husband and I, because we were like, we've gone through so much loss. We went through so many efforts to like heal from our grief. We got 2 kids, like 2 healthy kids in front of us. Like, what is going on? I thought we were away from this. Like, I thought we dropped it, and we haven't. And so that was really hard. More testing, more, all that, just going back into that world. Yeah. And then I was pregnant with my second daughter.
Yes, Clementine.
Yeah. So cute. And she too just has like something about her that I just think they know. I just think babies know.
Yeah.
When they come after lost siblings.
I love that. I've never heard anyone talk like that before, but
there's just something about them. I love my son so much.
Yes.
But like there's like they just know. Like we were I feel like that entire, just like the time of year that it happened and everything, the metaphor I extended for myself was, I really feel like we're stuck on Easter Saturday. Like, I feel like we're stuck in between Good Friday and Easter Sunday, and we're not moving. And so our big prayer my entire pregnancy with her was that she would be our Easter Sunday. That she would just, she would be our big relief and our stone rolled away. And she was. Like, the Lord heard that prayer. And
I remember when you were pregnant with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And she's just so joyful. She's wild.
Yeah.
Our entire kitchen is childproof. Like,
I see
locked.
this stuff on your social media, and it really does crack me up.
Like, she gets into things that I'm like, I feel like a new mom.
Right.
Because you're getting into these things. Like, how are you getting into them, and your siblings never even looked at them? But anyway.
Yeah.
She keeps me on my toes. And so then we had her in November of 2023.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's been a journey. Right. But I also feel like it's brought so much fruit into our life. I am definitely, I feel like I am a person that a lot of people come to when they have had losses.
Right.
And I say that because of on social media, like, my DMs are like
full of it.
Yeah. And then it touches so many women, and you just don't realize that. And then all of our friends like reach out to us of like, how do you even get through this?
Right.
Or like, what do you do?
Right.
And so it's been a really hard thing to kind of have that be part of our story.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's healed me too, to like talk to these women and like receive their messages, even of just to like to be somebody that you're going to, like, that's so special, because I didn't do that. Like, we were so young, and I didn't know anybody who had ever been through loss. Like, that just wasn't something I was aware of. And so I feel very honored that I get to be a place for people to go that I wish I could have gone to. Like, it's been very nice. So I see the fruit of it.
Yeah.
Another thing that came out of it was, I have it tattooed here on my arm. The priest was not happy that I got this tattooed, because it was what he said. It was Father Matt Lowry. I don't think he was like, you did not have to go and get that tattooed on your arm. And I was like, Father, I know, but
I want to do.
it's Flagstaff. We're crunchy.
Yes.
We
Yes.
get tattoos.
Yes. You got that tattoo before you, like, a long time ago.
This was, like, in the middle of our miscarriages. Our first 3 miscarriages.
And you were living up in Flagstaff?
Yes.
Yes, because he was finishing school.
He was finishing school.
Yeah. Do you want to move your mic a little closer to your mouth, maybe? Like, or move it up if you can.
Oh, like this way?
Yeah, well, more like this part of it. Okay.
This way?
That's good. That's good. And then have it, like, face. Can this move at all?
Yeah.
Yes, like that. That's what I was thinking.
Okay. Yeah, so I was sitting in confession with him.
Yeah.
And I was like, I am really tired of people telling me that this too will pass.
Right.
I feel like people say that to a lot of people going through difficulties, like in any stage of life. And I was really frustrated with that because I said, I feel like it's not sure, like the event will pass, but this is now a part of me forever.
Right.
So it's actually not going to pass.
Yeah.
And I get really frustrated with that, and I need a new phrase. Like, I need something new. And we were going back and forth on a lot of wordplay, and he was very, like, patient and kind about it. Nothing was really sticking. And so it kind of turned into a sort of confession. So then, you go through confession, and then at the end of confession, there's the absolution prayer. And he was in the middle of the absolution prayer, and then he goes, oh. He says, this too, like, it will not pass, but this too will be redeemed. That it will not stay how it is right now. Like, it will change, and it will be redeemed. And we know it will be redeemed because our Lord calls himself the Redeemer. And we have to believe that he is who he says he is.
Yes.
And so if he calls himself the Redeemer, we have to believe. Wow. Like, we're obligated to believe that then he said it. Yeah. So it's true. And so he said, this too will be redeemed. So that's why I got tattooed on my arm. And I, like,
I love that.
Read it all the time. And I remember coming to him, and he was like, Sarah, like, you didn't have to get that tattooed. And I was like, I kind of did.
Yeah.
Like, I need to read it.
Right.
I need to be reminded of it, like, all the time. Of this too will be redeemed. Like, right. it made
a perfect spot.
I know.
You're like, okay.
A quick little read. Quick little
it's
reminder.
Like you're cheating. Test or something.
It is. Like, it's just, trying to slyly go about it. And so that was, like, a really powerful message, too, that I encountered through all of this. Yeah. That would have never happened. And it applies to my life in so many different ways.
Right.
And it's really carried me through a lot. But I think it's true. Like, these things, you're right. Like, things may not pass, but that doesn't mean they'll stay as they are.
Right. There is a definitive difference in that. These things make up who we are, and we do carry things with us. Not in a way where we have to say, like, we identify with them necessarily, or the negative things about them. Yeah. But yeah, we have hard life experiences, we have wounds, and they shape us and they form us. And the best way for them to move through our life is for them to be redeemed. And I mean, I full-heartedly believe that in all the work that I do. Yeah. I've had really hard life experiences, and only Christ could redeem them. Yeah. And then now, like what you're saying, you have women coming to you where you're able to be with them in that space. I honestly don't know if there's anything better than, like, loving someone well who's been through the hard things you've been through. Yeah. And, like, knowing that you can be a help to them. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's been the most healing aspect of my entire life. Yeah. Is being with someone and knowing that, like, because of my hard experiences, I can be here with you. Yeah. And God has helped me and redeemed me so that I can be here with you. Yeah. And this is part of that redeeming process. Yeah. Is that, like, my suffering was not for naught. Yeah. And here I am with you, and it's such an honor. It's such an honor to be with someone in their wound and in their pain. And I just think it's so beautiful, your openness to that, and that you've been able to step into that and answer that call. And I'm like, you were alone in it. Like, you need help in that. You cannot go through that alone. No. Yeah. No. It's very difficult to go through hardship like that alone. Right. Yeah. And it changes you. Right. So I'm very, very grateful for it. And I think, I think
I enjoy that the Lord has let us see fruit on this side of heaven from it, you know, because I feel like you're not always
going to get that. You're really not. And there's a surrender to that. For sure. Yeah. You're not always going to be comforted this side of heaven or consoled.
No.
Or
but there's
for
like
a long time at least or something.
There's a hope, right? Like we're called to keep alive a hope.
Right.
And I think, like when you say like this too will be redeemed. Like it's not my job to know how. It's not my job to know when.
Yeah.
I would love those answers, but I don't have them.
Right.
But it is like it's up to me to hold out some hope on that. And that's been a really nice way to do that.
Yeah. And, I think hope and trust go hand in hand. If I believe in God's promises, I trust God. I'm hoping in I have hope in his promises. Yeah. And when is he's never broken a promise. So there's kind of trying to solidify yourself in that. I remember reading that somewhere. Don't remember where.
That he has never broken a promise.
Yes. And just that we're hoping, like I didn't really understand what hope was. I remember, this was so funny. This was back maybe in the early 2022 maybe. And I was, oh my gosh, this was a random moment in my life. Kind of irrelevant. I think I was like in New Mexico or something. I was traveling cross country with some girls that I knew at the time. And I was sitting outside in the grass and I was trying to have some like prayer time. And I was just thinking about hope and like, sometimes I've been despairing. I've been very despairing and I've been very depressed. And what really is hope? Like, what does that really mean? I'm an optimistic person, so I know, like, hope is there. But I was kind of reading what it means to be hopeful, like what the Catholics, I think I went to Catholic Answers, literally. I was like, what is hope? Tell me something. And they were just talking about how when we talk about hope, we're hoping in God's promises.
Yeah.
And he always keeps his promises. And there's something so nice about hope because it's kind of like saying, I'm not doing this alone. Yeah. You're helping me. And there's so much comfort and hope in like this all-powerful, all-loving, all-merciful, all-just God has my back. And it has told me this is what I'm doing. I died on the cross for your sins already. Yeah. Okay? I won. Yeah. I'm like hoping in the fact that I believe he won. Yeah. He conquered death. And I can move forward in my life. So all of my sufferings, all of the deaths I'm experiencing, he's already won. Redemption is there, restoration is there for me, and I just need to keep hoping. And just because I don't understand it and I don't know what it looks like, doesn't mean it's not happening and it's not there. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, I was bringing that up exactly, but I just think hope in suffering is so crucial, and that's kind of what you were trying to just keep yourself attached to, it sounds like, throughout the process.
Yeah, and sometimes it was by a string.
Right. Tiny little string. Yeah. Like floss.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. Literally, yeah. We were like, it's a string right now. But I feel like that's also why it was so nice to go through it with a spouse, because it was like, can you hold on to some hope for me right now? Yeah. And that's very real. Like, you can ask a friend to do, like, I've had friends ask me to do that for them. Right. Of like, I'm having a really hard time finding it. Like, can you hold on to some hope for me? Right. And that's...
Be my rock for a second, please. Yeah.
Like, I'll hold on to hope for you. Yeah. Like, I'm hopeful. Yes. I'll say it, Yeah. Even if you don't want to say it, I will. Yeah.
I'll speak it into your life.
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah.
And it's so important and so powerful. Yeah, just the realization that, like, he is who he says he is, and do I believe that? Right. Because you can't pick and choose. Like, I do think he believes me, or, I do think he forgives me in the confessional, but I don't think he, like, changes
my life
into...
Yeah. Oh, or the Eucharist, is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, like, you can't, like, go from sacrament to sacrament and be like, well... I don't know if it's the body and blood, but I do receive his healing in the Eucharist, or in confession.
Yeah. How interesting.
Or in the flip side of like, oh, I absolutely receive him in the Eucharist, but I'm just talking to a priest in confession. Yeah. Yeah. Like, it's
all of it.
It's all or nothing.
Yeah.
Like, do you believe he is who he says he is? And if you do, like, that has to carry into everything.
And it takes a second to get there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
I say this as 10 years into being a Catholic and still needing to practice it. But like, I mean, it's even something I'm so grateful to have little kids and ones that are growing up, because they don't seem too hindered by that.
No.
Like they totally understand that. Like, it's like a given to them. And so that's something I feel like we have to, I as an adult have to keep hold of that. Like, I can't let that go. I can't lose that.
Yeah.
And so that's been really nice.
Yeah, that just like unwavering, just like belief in something. Yeah, that they have.
Yeah, that childhood just belief of like,
okay,
oh my gosh,
I accept it.
Like, yeah. And I mean, I like the smallest things. Like I said, there's something really special about my oldest. I have notes in her baby book just in case, like, for future canonization. And I'm like, Mommy loves you, and she took all these notes for you, so you don't have to do the paperwork. Because she just says stuff and does things that are just remarkable. And like, I mean, we'll be driving around in a busy parking lot, and she'll just go, Jesus, please find us a parking space. And then a parking space opens up right in front of us. She goes, oh, thanks, Jesus. And it's just like,
I would die.
So effortless.
Yeah. And
trusting. And I was like, whoa, that was lucky, whatever.
Right.
And she goes, no, I asked Jesus to find us a spot, and he found it for us. And like, looks at me like I'm odd. Like, I'm an odd person.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
I need to get to know this girlie. She sounds amazing.
she's awesome.
Yeah.
But just stuff like that.
Right.
Like, trust.
Right. Just this beautiful, I was talking to my nephew Victor at Mass yesterday. He's 5, and he showed me this rosary as Our Lady of Guadalupe on it. And I was like, oh, she's so special. Isn't she so special? And he goes, yeah. And Jesus is so special too. And I was like, yes, he is. He's like, can't leave that guy out.
Yeah, don't forget him.
And he was really, I was witnessing him, right? I'm not his mom, I'm his auntie, so I don't see him all the time. And I'm witnessing him starting to really enter into the Mass, wanting to kneel and wanting to do the things and like trying to say all the prayers he can.
Yeah.
And I'm just so blown away by, and he's excited about it. He just wants to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And it made me think, I saw something on Instagram the other day about like kids don't need to go to Mass.
Okay.
Which is, I mean, I guess true until they're 7. There's not like a hard and fast rule, like your kids need to go to Mass on Sundays or whatever.
Totally.
Great.
Yeah.
And this guy, my friend Nathan Crankfield, was really not with it. He was like this. He was just finding it in his story.
Yeah.
And it was like a classic like trad versus like not trad fight. But I'm like, that's not even really what we're talking about here. Like, it is so beautiful to have kids in the Mass and to grow up having that be part of the routine. Just at 7 years old, you're just gonna throw them in it. Like, that seems a little wild. So
that'd be really hard. Yeah.
Yes, it would be really hard to do. And there's just, I mean. Yeah, people say it all the time. As someone who doesn't have kids, I love being at Mass with kids. It's like one of my favorite things. With my niece and nephew, I love seeing your kids in front of us and just seeing all the kids. Oh my gosh, the little kids who are like, running away from their parents while they're trying to like hold them and keep them calm at the side of the church. Like, I think there's something so. The church is beautiful and young, and he wants us to bring our children to him. So why would we not? So yeah, we can learn so much from them. Yeah. And I think sometimes people kind of exist in a space where we're not learning from them. Yeah. And that's a little hard. So, yeah, I just commend you for doing that. I know it's hard. Mm-hmm. I've been there with my sister Kat, especially because she'll come to Arizona when her husband's in town. Deployed. Yeah, she'll come to town when he's not in town. Oh, yeah, yes, when he's deployed. So she needs support. Yeah. And I've just been with her as like a single mom and just trying to do that. It's hard, but she's dedicated, and I think that dedication of mothers is so crucial. You guys are just playing such a big part, in the church. And I just don't want it to ever feel like, I don't know, like you're not or something. Yeah. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to hear, because you always worry, like, my, little wigglers and, the impact that they make with the people around you. But there's, especially if you go to a church with a lot of kids.
Right.
and you're like, oh, my kid wasn't the only one that tried to bolt today.
Yes, yeah.
Like, it was,
or screamed a little
or
bit.
screamed, or
yeah,
asked, the toddler lungs, like, is it over? And you're like, oh
my gosh, it's hilarious. It's so funny to me, and I know it's not funny to everybody. Or like yesterday, I went to adoration at Queen of Peace, and it's a highly like Hispanic church, and I went to like the tail end of adoration, but it's beautiful. Like there are so many people, and they're like bringing their kids to finish off adoration and do a rosary and do all these things. It definitely was loud at times, and I kind of was like, I wanted to go to adoration to be peaceful.
Yeah.
And it wasn't peaceful. And like, I mean, there was literally people like whispering very loudly in Spanish.
Yeah.
And to me, I got to the point where I was like, I just have such an appreciation that you all are here and that you're so dedicated, and it's so beautiful that on a Friday at 5:00 in the afternoon, there's like all these people here, and they're trying to bring their families. And so it's like, okay, this was going to be a different kind of adoration for me. And that's really okay. And it's good to go into a space thinking maybe I'm going to experience one thing and being okay with experiencing a different thing.
Yes.
And Mass isn't really for you to like have peaceful time. Like, Mass is a sacrifice. We were here to experience the sacrifice of the Mass and receive communion. Like, no one's promising you like a peaceful, like this time's about you even.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So,
What is Father McSchmitz? He had like a whole series on it. The heart of worship is sacrifice.
Right.
And it went even deeper than that. But that's like...
I'm going to check that one out because that sounds nice.
Yeah, it was really cool. But yeah, the heart of worship is sacrifice. And he addressed a lot of different aspects of it. But one of the aspects was like parents coming to Mass. Right. Of like the heart of your worship. If the heart of worship is sacrifice, then your sacrifice today looks like walking around in the back,
right,
and doing that, and and not hearing everything,
the homily,
not catching everything,
right, and maybe feeling a little embarrassed or like trying to wrangle the kids, and like that's hard. They're not listening. Yeah.
But there's so many different types. He went over a lot of different types of sacrifice that different people in different stages of life go through, and that you do, because it's a sacrifice to go to Mass.
Right.
You're giving up your time,
right,
and your sleep, and your energy. You know, you have to like get ready.
Yep, and get kids ready. There's so many things, and it's. I've always kind of thought it was funny when people were like, "Oh, Mass," I like, it's so long, or I don't want to. And it was always funny to me, I guess, probably because I grew up going to Mass. But the idea of 1 hour of your week and people being like, oh, like, it's just so long, and like on a Sunday, like, what are you doing in your life that feels like such a big sacrifice? It's just funny to me that I was like, oh, interesting. It's so little. It's just such a little amount of time in your whole entire week.
Yeah, that you
if you really think about it.
Yeah.
But even then, right? Like, maybe you do have things going on, or you do want to do something different. Sometimes I'll go to bed and I'm like, oh, I have to go to Mass tomorrow. Oh, I have to. And I'm like kind of like fighting it because I know I have to like wake up a little earlier, what that looks like. And then I've been kind of recently like, wait, I get to go to Mass. I get to go to Mass. Like,
reframe. I get to go to Mass. I get to go to Mass.
Yeah, it's such a big deal. So my kind of big Q&A question, overarching idea that I want to kind of get into is, I think, I'm single, I'm unmarried. A lot of my friends are single and unmarried, and for my friends, I've experienced it a little bit myself. I'm not necessarily a fearful person generally, but I know there are fears, and it's really cool to have heard your whole story now, and to kind of see where you're at, and that there is suffering and there is hardship. So there are things to quote unquote be afraid of in marriage. And I'm saying quote unquote because I want to hear your thoughts for anyone who is maybe dating or thinking about marriage but has fears, has wounds, maybe is afraid of that kind of experiencing that kind of loss, afraid of if something goes wrong in their marriage, just afraid of giving up that time, and afraid of giving birth, like whatever the fears might be. And I think for women, naturally there are more fears. We can be kind of afraid of things. Can you just speak into that, maybe if you've had experiences of fear going into marriage or going into having kids? Of course, I mean, you were explaining with your first I guess baby here on earth, that it was really scary that whole time. So if you could speak into that, just maybe to help ease any kind of fear someone might have getting to marriage or having kids?
Yes. Where, yeah.
Yeah, where to begin?
Where to begin? I think fear is like a very natural thing to encounter and to struggle with. So my first thing, I guess I would say to someone is like, it's not you. Like I would be afraid too. Like,
Right.
or I was also afraid. Like,
Yeah.
so it's not you. It's not that you're doing something wrong or that you're incompetent in some way for being fearful, or being intimidated. I think it's probably because it's intimidating, and probably because you've heard about experiences that it was you're rightfully you're like, oh
Yeah.
that would also make me super afraid, or and so I think like removing the judgment on yourself first and foremost of like it's a me problem, like I don't think it is. I think it's like something that everyone experiences. I think the other thing about fear that I don't always practice this as in the sense that like I fall into it still,
Right.
but that like fear is not from the Lord. Like he does not, it is not from him. It's like not, it's just, it's not something he gives us. Like fear is not something, I mean, in the general sense.
Yes.
There's fear of the Lord, but like there's not like being petrified about something
or anxious
or super, super anxious about something. That is not, it's not like some commandment from him, you know? And I think it's really important to name that. And I say this as like, I've been through it before where like I spent 9 months in great fear.
Right.
And I did it again with my daughter of like a lot of anticipation and nervousness. I think it's a lack of trust, at least within myself. And it shows like there's a wound here that needs to be healed. And I think the only person that can possibly heal that is the Lord. Yeah. And I feel like when we sit with him and in front of him, we are changed. Blessed Carlo Acutis, who's going to become a saint in September. Yeah. September 17th or something.
I don't know the date, but that's,
crazy right. Like that. Sometime in September, he's becoming a saint.
So exciting.
Which is crazy. And he's, there's a quote, I just read a couple books about him. But there's a quote that he said where, like, just as when we spend time in the sun, we are, like, physically changed, like we become tan.
Right.
When we spend time before the Lord, we are also physically changed. Wow. And I was, what a wonderful metaphor for that. But I think it's also very, very true that in the belief that he is who he says he is, and in the belief that he has done what he said he would do, which is put himself within the Eucharist for us to receive. When you sit in front of him in the Eucharist in adoration, you are a different person. Yeah. Because you sat in front of him. Yeah. And I think the best thing I've ever done, and I felt the effects of the lack of it too, is when I'm afraid of something or nervous or anxious about something, the absolute best thing I can do is run to adoration and literally be in his presence. Yeah. Because it changes you. Like, you are changed simply because of who he is and because of what he said. And, I mean, I go through periods of life where it's a lot easier to go to adoration than others. Not a lot of parishes have adoration available. Right. I get that. It, like, totally changes. Right. And circumstances matter in those situations. But I think that would be my biggest piece of practical advice is, like, get yourself in front of Jesus. Right. And I'm not saying it has to have this, like, super deep, fruitful prayer. I'm not saying you have to go there and, recite a Seven Sorrows Rosary or anything crazy. Like, but just to get yourself in front of him. Yeah. Because
and to talk with him, maybe, like...
Yeah, maybe you do speak.
Get curious about what's going on, where are those fears coming from, and have him speak his truth into those.
Yeah, because by definition, you're not getting the truth.
Right. Because you're anxious and afraid, and so it's not from him. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, something's skewed.
Right, and I think maybe, the heart of it is, like, it seems maybe that the heart of it is, and I've experienced this a lot in my life, like, I can't do it. I won't be able a lot of fear and anxiety, I think, comes from, like, I won't be able to make it through that hard thing,
Yeah.
or I'm not capable of doing this thing well, or whatever that looks like. So kind of figuring out, why do I feel that way? And Jesus, like, I know you tell me who I am. I'm not going to tell myself who I am. Like, you tell me.
Yeah, like,
who
I need you to define it. I need you to redefine it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that, and I need you to do it.
Yeah.
I think there's something really helpful for that. I also think surrounding yourself with people that are optimistic, because I feel like iron sharpens iron.
Right.
And sometimes you can have not the best iron around you.
Right.
And it still sharpens you.
Yeah.
And so to surround yourself with good iron of, am I around people that will hold on to hope for me? Maybe if I don't feel like I can hold it right now.
Yeah.
And then that can be really impactful and really helpful. Or just people that can kind of get you out of your head too, of like, girl, you're spiraling and you need to stop. Yeah. Like, it's going to be okay.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be okay. Like, I know that was like the 80th date you've been on this week and it didn't work out and it was a disaster, but it's going to be okay.
Right.
Like, I need you to know, like, and to kind of pull yourself out of your own head, I think is really important and really helpful to offer that, even if it's like someone that's not in your stage of life, if it's someone that you trust,
who loves you, knows you. Yeah.
And then in that way it's not flippant, like,
no,
so I feel like there are certain people that can be like, oh, it'll be fine, or, you know, your time will come, or girl, just relax, or stop looking and that's when he'll find you, or, you know, those can come off as pretty flippant comments.
You're not speaking to the heart of that person and their unique experience in those.
So like, bless those people, because they don't mean any harm, but it's not genuine and the way that it could be.
And the way that it would be the most helpful. I love when my friends will send me a voice poem and be like, I just need you to speak some truth into this situation. And I'm like, I got you. We'll do it. And I just love that
correct me.
And that we know, right, people getting to a point where, you know, when, like, becoming aware, I think, is a big aspect of it. Like, you might be afraid and anxious and not really know what's going on. Or not know what you're afraid and anxious about. So getting curious, asking some questions, like, diving into those things, so that, and I think diving into them with the Lord is a huge aspect of it, so that you know how to ask for help. Is a big aspect of that. I think that's so huge, running to adoration. Just, I think, it goes back to what we were saying. If we really believe God is who he says he is and has done what he said he did. I think a lot of us, maybe, I don't know what you think about this, are stuck on the belief aspect, or like the complete acceptance of what he says or what he's done. Or accepting that he can change us, that he can change our lives for the better. Maybe. Especially if you're stuck in grief, or you're going through hard things. It can be kind of hard to sit there while it's painful and say, like, oh, God can help me in this. And so in that, I think in those moments, I feel like Mother Teresa is a good example of just not having any comfort or consolation for years, but just doing it anyways. Really, just, like, go to adoration anyways. If you went to adoration yesterday and didn't feel anything, go again, because you know something's happening. He is changing you, like the quote. And, I don't know, like, just be steadfast. He's so steadfast with us. Like, try to be steadfast with him if you can.
Even if that's the only thing you can do. And I don't know, like, I also feel like we are children of God, and so if you sometimes have to act like a child and throw a little fit,
I love that.
if that means you're being honest with him, like,
no fake. He doesn't want you fake pulling up and being like, well, I guess it's all just gonna pass and it's all gonna be okay. It's like, no, if you're really upset right now, like,
just tell me. Well, even, like, as a mom, when I could tell something's off with my kids, like, it gets harder as they get younger, but the older ones, of like, I'm like, just, what's going on? Like, why, what is going on? And they usually have a little bit of an outburst, and it's like, it includes yelling, But then they tell me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, now I can do something about it.
Right.
Like, now we can go from here.
Right.
And I can help you. And
right.
like,
yeah,
you know, we can go from here.
Yeah.
Or even if it's not something that I can fix, like if my oldest, you know, it's the end of the week and she's so over dad going to work, same.
Yeah.
You know, and she's in a bad mood. I'm like, what is going on? Like, why are you so grumpy? You know, and I just wish dad would stop going to work.
Yeah.
I just miss him. Oh, okay. I can't fix that.
Yeah.
But I can move forward with that knowledge, and like I can help you. I can help you through that. And like I feel like it's the same thing with the Lord. Like, it may not require something of immediate change, but that doesn't mean you can't move forward in a different way in light of honesty. And I feel like that's so important,
right,
to do.
Yeah, that like he's not requiring us to have like manners or be proper about it. And I think if some people are we can be scrupulous. And we could think, oh, I can't be mad or upset with God, or like that's sinful or something. I think it'd be sinful to like curse him and talk, you know, like if you, I don't know, I've been mad at my mom before and I can't be mad at God the way I've been mad at my mom before. Like, that wouldn't be fair. That wouldn't be good. But to really show up to him and yell at him, not like yell at him like you're the worst, but like what's going on? I need this off my chest. Like, please make this clear to me. Like, I'm really upset. I'm really hurt.
Yeah.
And just
like,
be so, because his life wasn't this like proper perfect thing. It doesn't have to be like that.
Yeah.
There's no expectation I think he has for us to like be
like prim and proper
with him and like not ever be upset about the hard things going on in our lives. He was the agony in the garden, baby. Like, he was struggling. Yeah. And he went to God struggling. Yeah. And we can do the same thing. So I think that's so beautiful, and I think that's so true. I love that. You throw a little fit. You can throw a little fit. And we sometimes need to. We actually get it out that way. The other way, we're really keeping it in, and he can't speak to that if you're not giving it to him.
No.
Yeah.
No, he has no idea.
But he can speak to the fit sometimes.
He can totally speak to the fit, and sometimes it feels really nice to throw a fit.
Right.
Like, emotionally, you're like,
right.
Oh. Like, have you ever had like a really good cry?
Right.
And then you feel so much better.
Right.
After you cried.
Yeah.
You're like, I just cried a lot. And my face is really puffy, but I feel a lot better.
Yes, exactly. It's a release. Yeah. There's a total release. And when we can especially release and be like giving it to God too, and don't feel weird like he's judging us or mad at us, because he's not ever. It's just so nice. Yeah, that's so amazing. Okay, is there anything else you want to shout out to the people before we go?
No, I mean, I could sit here and talk with you for hours.
It's been really so fun.
No, I love the conversation. Yeah, so.
Me too. I was going to say, there's a few things I know you do. So I want to give you an opportunity, maybe share your Instagram, Midnight Mamas, Midnight.
Oh, yeah. So my Instagram, my like handle on Instagram is @millennialfiat. Yeah. But I do
love have that name, by the way. It's so good.
I know. Can you tell I came up with it like many, many, many years ago? I do have a group, Midnight Mamas.
On the Instagram.
Within my account. Yeah. And I really enjoy that group. I go through waves where I'm like really active and not so active. Totally. But I really enjoy that group and everything that we go through. And I talk a lot in my Instagram space about everything essentially that we talked about today and more. And doing all of that. I'd say the biggest thing I have going is my farmer's market. Yes. That's going to be on January 31st of next year. Okay. It'll be my 7th year doing the market.
Amazing.
And I pulled together a bunch of mostly local Catholic vendors or Catholic-owned vendors into one space, and it's like a huge market that you get to like walk around and explore, and it's a wonderful way to pull everyone together and to see how many vendors can come from Phoenix alone, although in the past couple of years it's expanded, so I do have people from Utah and Colorado and California that fly in, which is incredible. And then I have small businesses that do virtual booths
Mm.
with the event as well.
Okay.
So last year, Choose Life did a virtual booth
Cool.
where they had like a page on their website of items I got to pick out with them.
Fun.
And if you purchased any of those items during the weekend, the entire weekend of my event,
Yeah.
a portion of that went to
Um.
what my event is ultimately a fundraiser
Yes.
for the AIDS Women's Center here in
Yes.
Phoenix. So the portion of that went to the AIDS Women's Center, which
Amazing.
was really cool.
Yeah.
And so I have more small businesses across the country
Okay.
that maybe don't have the ability to come out in January doing virtual booths on their websites.
That's awesome.
Yeah, which is super fun.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy it. And it's an in-person event. It ends always with adoration and praise and worship.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I'm lucky, I can get a priest to listen to confessions as well.
Yeah.
If I can get a couple priests for the night.
Yeah.
And I really, really enjoy it. It's truly one of my favorite things ever because I get to bring all these people together.
Yeah.
I don't know how many are going to confirm, like who's available this year. But I just sent the like intro email
Yeah.
out to 53 vendors.
Awesome.
So it's gotten bigger.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people. I have food trucks that come.
I know. I'm really excited about that, actually.
Yeah. And so it's a really, really good time. So I really like that. Ultimately a fundraiser, but it's
a community building.
Yeah, huge community building and
event.
Yeah, exploration, and I really enjoy it. So
yeah.
It's once a year, and yeah, I really like that. So that's coming up in January.
Okay.
But I think that's my biggest thing.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I would just love to come and chat with you more. I just want to say thank you so much for sharing your story.
Yeah, thank you.
It was really moving for me, and yeah, I just could see all the movement of the things that have happened in your life, but really through it I just saw like such unwavering faith, and it's really inspiring, and I'm just so grateful you came on.
You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm happy to be here, so I will definitely come back.
Okay, amazing.